wizard card! For those of you that got that reference, congratulations. We just became best friends. Hello, friends, and welcome back to the Brockopp side. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald was directed by David Yates, and so Grindelwald, played by Johnny Depp, he escapes wizard jail and fricks some stuff up, and, Newt Scamander and friends are back because it'd be kind of stupid if they weren't. But, I really enjoyed the first Fantastic Beasts movie. For the most part, it was this fun, standalone, prequel story set in the Wizarding World with Newt Scamander trying to collect all these creatures and stuff. And of course, it was trying to set up this bigger storyline in 4 more movies. But I did enjoy that movie, and I was interested to see what they would do with the sequel and, 4 more movies. So, let me just start by saying this. I really like Eddie Redmayne as Newt Scamander. I think his character fits very well within this world. And I also really liked Jude Law as a younger Dumbledore. I could buy him in the role, of course. He's not got the big white beard or the robes or anything, but, he does seem like what a younger, more, dapper Dumbledore would be. So that much I liked, but really, aside from that and a couple of fun little Easter eggs and name-drop references and stuff to other Harry Potter movies, aside from those things, the movie is just very okay. Johnny Depp is just really not a compelling villain as Grindelwald, and part of it's his performance, part of it's because Johnny Depp's not really anybody's favorite human being anymore. But my biggest problem with him is that he's just not scary. I'm not nervous about him, exacting his plan or anything, because this takes place in the past. So we know that he's going to get defeated, only for eventually Voldemort to rise up, and then the Harry Potter movies happen. And that's just really my biggest problem with this movie as a whole, is that, there's just really no suspense or anything here, because this all takes place, 60, 70 years before the Harry Potter movies, so we know that all of this is just going to be quickly resolved because we still need to see Harry Potter and Voldemort and all this stuff happen. So it really just did not suck me into the story at all, and they're trying to make this 5 movies. Originally it was going to be only a trilogy, but then Warner Brothers was like, you know what, nope, 5 movies, screw it. And I really think that going the route of trying to do this, larger, ever-expanding saga like they did with the Harry Potter books and movies was just not a great idea. Like I said, what I liked about the first Fantastic Beasts is that it was mostly this standalone, fun adventure in the Wizarding World, and I think the Fantastic Beasts series was a perfect opportunity to do something more like that, just kind of make it a series of standalone adventures that, are interconnected, kind of like Indiana Jones or Pirates of the Caribbean, where just Newt Scamander and friends go around the world collecting magical creatures. We get to see other corners of the Wizarding World. I think that would have been the best thing to do. Now, of course, you could still have a larger, overarching, big bad villain in there, but trying to make him do this whole thing where he's trying to take over the Wizarding World and, destroy all the muggles and stuff, well, we're gonna get that with Voldemort, and we know that, obviously, Grindelwald's not going to succeed, or at least not for that long. And since this was originally going to be a trilogy, not 5 movies, I don't know how far along the script for this movie was when they made that change, but this movie just feels very much like part 2 of a 3-part story. There's only gonna be 1 more movie left, but we're gonna have 5 total, because things get really, really dark at the end. It ends on a big cliffhanger, a couple of twists here and there, and it just feels like they're gonna be stretching this out for a few more movies, and it feels like it's just gonna get really tired and just really repetitive and a little boring too, which is kind of unfortunate because I love these Harry Potter movies and I don't mind seeing more of these. It's just, I don't feel like they're going the right direction with these prequel movies. And also, one thing that also really bothered me at the very end was that it got really, really dark, when most of the movie was pretty lighthearted. Maybe not quite as lighthearted as the first, but it was still lighthearted, but then it got really, really dark, and it just doesn't feel like it progresses naturally like it should. You know, the Harry Potter movies, there's 8 of those, and they got progressively darker and darker and darker with every installment, so it just feels like they could have maybe taken their time a little bit more tonally, and honestly, I don't think it's quite as bad as Jurassic Park, where it just feels like the well is just so dry at this point. It's like, what are you gonna do with a third movie? So I will be interested to see what they do with a third Fantastic Beasts movie, and then 2 more after that. But I just feel like it's not gonna end too greatly, and I feel like all these problems are not going to really be resolved. So all in all, Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald was very okay. I feel like they're taking the series in just the wrong direction, and I feel like they're going to run out of ideas very quickly, and they're just going to stretch this out and milk the franchise for everything it's got. I will at least say that at least J.K. Rowling is writing these movies, so I think it's being done a little more eloquently than if somebody else were to. But, you know, I don't think J.K. Rowling is all that innocent in this, so don't get me wrong there. So, those are my thoughts on Fantastic Beasts 2. If you guys have seen the movie, or if you think Johnny Depp is gonna kill all the No-Maj folk tonight, let me know down below, and we'll see you on the Brockopp side.